Welcome to the Capital Exchange. I'm Steve Wilbur, Managing Director at Allen Capital Group.
And I'm Travis Portwood, Chief Investment Officer with Allen Capital Group.
Travis, we put out a video recently discussing the benefits and mistakes investors should be aware of when considering a 1031 exchange. To expand on 1031 exchanges, let's talk about Delaware Statutory Trusts, or DSTs.
Yes, the DSTs are legal entities that allow investors to own fractional interest in professionally managed real estate offerings around the U.S. And the good news is the IRS recognizes DSTs as replacement properties for 1031 exchanges, treating them as a direct investment in real estate.
You know, Travis, we work with people who have successfully invested in real estate, but have reached a point in their lives where they are ready to move on from the day-to-day headaches and of owning and managing these direct real estate properties. DSTs give them a way to sell these properties and 1031 them into a more passive investment, maintaining that tax-favored income in the real estate, don't they?
Yes, Steve, and DSTs are passive, but generally they're a diversified pool of real estate as well. For example, one DST may own a multifamily property in Kansas City, or it also may own an office building here in Omaha, or a single-family rental down in Phoenix. So these can be a great way to diversify your real estate portfolio, depending on the DST, while maintaining that tax advantage of the 1031 exchanges that we all love.
You know, Travis, good point. Because it is a 1031 exchange, one of my favorite aspects of this is you can still swap till you drop in DSTs. You can exchange your shares of the DST to another DST down the line and another DST down the line. I think you get my point. So you can do this as much as you would like, deferring the gains on the real estate properties for as long as you would like.
Yeah, and we all love that aspect of it, Steve. And DSTs can be a helpful estate planning tool as well, because investing in a DST can help eliminate potential conflict between heirs that could arise with specific properties. Heirs will still get that step up in basis when inheriting shares of a DST, while continuing to collect that income in a passive manner and without the burden of managing a specific property and disagreements that might come with that.
You know, Travis, there are disadvantages of DSTs as well. One important one is you don't have any input in the decisions made inside the DST. The trust sponsor manages the assets for the people who are using this, and they are actually the final. And when the people, the people that are used to being the final decision makers, they don't get to be the final decision making it. They don't get to make the final decision. So it can be challenging for them to be inside of these DSTs.
It can, and that's a passive component of this. You're hiring someone else to manage your real estate for you here. So, and another consideration of DSTs, Steve, is they're generally illiquid as well. So when investing in a DST, assume that investment will remain until the properties inside the Delaware Statutory Trust are sold. So the holding period here could be from 5 to 10 years, depending on the DST that we're talking about. So remember, these are going to be long-term investments, but the good news is if you're a real estate investor in specific properties, you're probably used to long-term investments to begin with. And Steve, we're just scratching the surface of this DST conversation here. Depending on each specific DST, there's a lot more details or specific details we could be getting into here.
Yeah, we could spend an hour on this topic, couldn't we?
We could, but we won't.
That's right. Travis, this has been great. I look forward to it next week.
I look forward to it as well. Thank you for watching this week's Exchange.
To make sure you don't miss out on future discussions, please follow us on social media.
Make sure to like and share our videos, and we'll see you next week.